How are we doing? We all good?
Yeah.
Good. I've been here once before, and basically Matt set me up on a date. It was like a blind date. We arranged to meet in a pub around the corner at 7:30. The woman turned up an hour late, shit-faced. She was drunk, just had a shit face. So I fucked her. Now we're all friends. Let me tell you how I lost my virginity. You're laughing, it could have been you. I was 18, she was 40, and disgusting. But you could tell in her prime she would have been hideous. And I'm from Leeds, and when I was 18 I was living at my mum and dad's, so I decided to go to her place. She lived in Wakefield. It cost 40 quid in a taxi. I had 5 quid in my pocket. I thought this would be interesting. Luckily she paid for the taxi, and then I paid for it that night because I got physically and mentally scarred. I woke up a broken man, well, a child next to her, and she went, "Oh, do you want a cup of tea?" I'm like, "Please." She went, "Do you need a lift home?" I'm like, "Yeah." But because I lived at my mum and dad's, I thought I'd do the right thing, get dropped off at the top of the street. So my mum and dad couldn't see the monster I'd just done. And we pulled up, and she went, "Can I have your number?" I went, "Certainly." Give her my mate's number. And a kiss on the cheek, because I'm a gent. And I got out of the car because I see my mum walking up the street. Now my mum don't swear. Apart from this occasion, when she went, "What the fuck is that?" Not even who, what? And I bawled out, "Oh, it's my mate Fat Dan's mum, I stayed at his last night." And she believed me until Fat Dan came round, getting dropped off by his mum. And she gave me the look that most mums do. "You didn't come out of me." Most lads will have it. But she loves me anyway, and I've got 2 brothers. One lives in New York, the other's got 2 houses, 3 kids. I've been drunk for 12 years, so she loves us all the same. And to prove she loves us all the same, we've got the same amount of pictures on the wall. I take the living room. There's a picture of our James graduating university with a degree. Next to him, our Johnny doing the same thing. Now, I didn't go to university, so the next best thing was me, aged 21, hugging a dolphin in Amsterdam. Fucking true as well. And Mum, take it down, it's embarrassing. She went, "Oh, is that how come you don't bring girls back?" I'm like, "No, but thanks for kicking me when I'm down." The reason I don't bring girls back, I've got no swagger. Tried having swagger, do you know, walking with a limp. Doing small talk, me Dave, you sexy. Nothing more than 2 syllables. But that only got me a couple of hugs, once a lollipop, which were weird, but nice. I didn't get a girlfriend, and it lasted about 6 months. And she dumped me in a text message, which was short than a G John, but a bit blunt. It went, "Dave, you're an idiot. I never want to see you again. You make a joke out of everything. Delete my number." Send her a message back saying, "Who's this?" That's true, I'm really happy with that. It was one of my best days of my life. I ran round and told my mate. He laughed, because it's funny. I went, "Don't worry about it. What you have to do is get on the internet." That's the future of dating now, the internet. So he got me to sign up to Match.com. Anyone on Match.com? No, 30 quid a month, bit pricey. But it starts off quite nice. It does a profile about yourself, and it said body fat, and I put low. Then it said income, and I put low. Then it said IQ, put low again. But the next question was, what do you want to see in your future partner? And I thought, I can't put high for everything. So when it said self-esteem, I put low. Now you get like a catalogue for the girls, and you look through them, and if you like them, you give them a wink, and if they like you, you wink back. Then you message each other for about 3 days. The females normally just making sure you're not weird, and you're just trying not to mess it up, thinking, "We know where this is finishing, the facial." And and basically, I got a match, and I thought, I'll treat her nice, so I took her for a meal at Witherspoons. Now, it was £2.75 at Foster's, so not a shit one. It was Thursday, so curry night. I went, "Look, love, it's curry night, but order what you want, it's on me." She got surf and turf, and I was pissed off. That's £11.25 when you don't get a drink. I got a chicken tikka masala, pint of Foster's, like she should have. Paid with a 20, I went, keep the change. Our Fonzie cool, she was loving it. And through the meal, we were having a nice conversation. I thought, I'll push Bo out of it. And I offered her a lovely dessert, a chocolate cake with Ferrero Rochers on top. She went, I don't eat Ferrero Rochers. I was a bit intrigued, I went, why? Basically, when she was 18, she tried to swallow one whole as a party piece. She choked, and I laughed. But to be fair, I was a bit upset because if she got it down in one, it could have been a very good night. She did actually look genuinely upset when she told me this. And I was like, don't worry about it, everyone's got phobia over food. Like, take me, I don't eat beetroot. I used to eat beetroot by the jar. Now, when I was 7, I had 3 jars in one sitting. A couple of hours later, I went to the toilet. I did a purple poo. Now, I don't know if you've done a purple poo before. Probably not. But the first thing you do is you go, Mom! I've done a purple poo. She went, show me, which I didn't expect. But I didn't flush it for medical reasons. So my mum come in, lifted the pan up. Gareth! Right, that's my dad's name, she didn't name the poo. That would be weird. Have a look at this. My dad come in. You dirty bastard, what are you showing me your shit for? Top gears on? Which is a normal response, really. My mum went, well, what do you think it means? And he went, I don't know, there's a nurse over the road, why don't you ask her? Cut a long story short, everyone on the street saw me purple poo. At this point, she was looking a bit confused. So, well, if you don't understand, if you come back to me and mum and dad's house, on the landing there's a picture of James on his wedding day, a picture of Johnny on his wedding day, and a picture of me crying next to the toilet with a purple poo in it. I think you at that point I lost it. And most of you. And I should leave. But Colin's not here yet, so I have to do another 7 minutes. Instead, I'll tell you how I got back on the horse. Well, you look like livestock. I thought I'll do this one right, so I went to Tesco and got myself a club card. It shows I'm loyal. Maybe not. And I thought I'll take it for a lovely meal, so I took it this time to Tiger Tiger. I took a Tiger Tiger on a Wednesday, so it's 2 for 1 on all your mains and your drinks. And the waitress come round and went, it's 2 for 1 on all your mains and your drinks. And that's brilliant, that. I didn't know that. Did you know that? She went, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't want her to know that. Because you look a bit cheap. And then the waitress went, what would you like to order? And she went, I'll have a vegetarian lasagna, please. Looked at me and went, meat is murder. I went, calm down, Morrissey. Mixed grill, please, love. Now, she didn't like that. And she didn't like my jacket, which I think's awesome. So, for the next hour, she didn't talk to me. She had a couple of glasses of wine. I thought, well, I'll play my joking card. Literally. I went, I'll do a bit of stand-up. She went, oh, well, tell us a joke. Probably should have chose a better one. But I went, how easy is it to make a joke up about Jimmy Savile? Child's play. She went, so they don't have to be good ones. Which I thought were harsh, but it must have worked because we ended up going back to her place. And on the way, we stopped off at Tesco. I got some beers, she got some Alka Pops, which I thought were weird because we were both adults. But they were double posts, so I won't complain. We got back to her place and she started to give me a little lap dance. I'm like, this is good. Then she got the Alka Pop, started playing with herself with it. It was wicked. Now, I am aware that's the cheesy one, but the cheesy ones are the best. Well, that's what I told her that night. Sorry about that. Just lower the tone, right there. No, I've actually got my girlfriend from Match.com. Basically, we've been going out over a year, so we started to argue a bit now. And we argue over Facebook. Not literally like, you haven't done the dishes, you're a knobhead. Like, not like that. But because I'm on Facebook all the time, because people annoy me. And then I like to tell other people on Facebook. Like, the Super Bowl was on in February, and a guy posted a comment saying, why does everyone in England just turn American one day just to see a really shit sport, loads of men hugging each other? Now, I like American football, so I went, well, to be fair, it's a lovely show to put on like a concert beforehand. Went in depth to why this would be an awesome thing to get into, and he should get into it with his mates if he had any. Now, it took me about 5 minutes like that, and he just put back, "Shut up, you Yankee twat." Which I thought was a bit mean, so I deleted my dad off Facebook. But for our year anniversary, we went to Amsterdam for a little getaway. Anyone been to Amsterdam? Woo! Stoners! Everyone tells you where to go to get some weed. My mum even told me, which were weird. She's like, go to Grasshopper. It's like Grasshopper. Like, brilliant, mum. Just drive the car. Because I can't drive. And basically, I got over there, me and my girlfriend walking around the cobble streets looking at prostitutes and how to treat them. And no one told me when I went to the toilet it was going to cost 50 cents. Now, I only had a euro in my pocket, so I went to the guy behind me, "Have a piss on me." I got covered in piss. And I'll leave you with this. Basically, when we got back, my brother had his third child, Dylan, and I had to go around and see him. As soon as I got through the door, my mother gave me little Dylan, and I could see something was wrong straight away, because he was scrunching his face, and he was a bit purple. So I was like, looks a bit weird, this kid, which isn't a nice thing to say. The mother wasn't happy, but she went, well, he's a bit constipated at the moment. At that point, he farted and followed through down my arm. So I did what any man would do, and threw the baby. Luckily, the mother caught it, one-handed off the wall, and took it upstairs to get changed. Now, over the tannoy system, I could hear what she was doing up there, and it started off with, "Oh, have you done a poo? You've done a big poo. That's massive, that. That's disgusting. Have you been eating beetroot?" I think that's pretty much my time up. You've been awesome. I've been Dave Marshall. Good night.